Have you ever stopped to realize that when the rest of the world turns off the lights and goes to sleep, your life is just getting started? You trade your sleep for income and the darkness for a career. But are you silently trading away your life expectancy too? Occupational medicine has proven that constantly being a night owl is one of the fastest ways to wreck your immune system, destroy your stomach, and multiply your risk of a stroke. When you go against the biological clock that has been programmed into humans for millions of years, your body is forced to endure a silent crisis. But work is a responsibility. It is your livelihood. We cannot simply pack up and quit. So how do you work the night shift without letting your body fall apart? How do you stop those overnight shifts from becoming a death sentence for your long-term health? As a specialist, I am not here to tell you to quit your job. Instead, I am going to give you a scientific strategy, a comprehensive survival guide built on 5 core pillars so you can master the night, protect your body, and maintain peak performance year after year. Let us dive into the first pillar, which is the ultimate deciding factor for the survival of any night shift worker: the art of restructuring daytime sleep. You need to understand a brutal truth: daytime sleep will never naturally match the quality of nighttime sleep. The biggest challenge here is sunlight. Morning daylight contains a massive amount of blue light. The moment it hits your retina, it immediately flashes an emergency signal to your brain, commanding your body to stop producing melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleep and cellular repair. At the same time, it triggers the release of cortisol, the hormone that keeps you stressed and alert. Therefore, if you want a deep sleep of 6 to 8 hours during the day, you absolutely must learn to trick your brain. This process needs to be activated the very second you step out of work in the morning. Put on a pair of dark sunglasses before you face the sun. This keeps your retina from being overstimulated and helps your brain stay in a pre-sleep state. Once you get home, turn your bedroom into an actual cave. That room must strictly meet 3 medical standards: pitch black, dead quiet, and cool. You should invest in high-quality blackout curtains and never let a single ray of sunlight slip through. Use earplugs or white noise machines, like the sound of rain, or a gentle fan to drown out the noisy, bustling sounds of the daytime world around you. At the same time, keep the room temperature cool, ideally between 22 and 24 degrees Celsius. This is because human body temperature must drop before we can hit a state of deep restorative sleep. And one final crucial rule for this section: completely turn off your phone and tablet, or put them on airplane mode at least 30 minutes before you close your eyes. The light from electronic screens is an invisible killer. It will completely destroy your chances of getting a quality sleep. Moving on to the second pillar, we are going to address the organ that suffers the heaviest damage when you work at night: your digestive system. Our stomach, liver, and intestines operate on a highly strict biological cycle. At night, digestive enzymes decrease, and intestinal motility slows down because they are supposed to be resting. If you force a half-asleep digestive system to process heavy piles of food, you are inviting conditions like gastric ulcers, acid reflux, and worse, metabolic syndrome that leads to obesity. A smart nutritional strategy for night shift workers must be broken down into 3 distinct phases. The first phase is the pre-shift meal, which takes place around 6 to 8 in the evening. This must be your main meal of the day. Focus on foods rich in protein and complex carbohydrates, such as chicken, fish, eggs, brown rice, or sweet potatoes. These nutrients will release energy slowly and steadily, keeping you alert through the first half of your shift without causing bloating. The second phase is the mid-shift meal, falling between 1 and 3 in the morning. This is the danger zone where your body gets exhausted and your brain constantly protests, demanding sugar and fat. You must firmly say no to instant noodles, fried foods, or sweet pastries. Bad fats and refined sugar will spike your blood sugar to give you a fake sense of alertness, only to crash brutally right after. This leaves you feeling intensely drowsy and packs on belly fat incredibly fast. Instead, prepare a handful of almonds or walnuts, a banana, or a cup of unsweetened yogurt. They soothe your hunger while providing healthy fats for your brain. The final phase is the meal before going to bed in the morning. Remember the golden rule: do not go to bed starving, because a growling stomach will wake you up halfway through. But absolutely do not overeat. A warm glass of milk or a light, warm bowl of porridge is the perfect choice to soothe your stomach and help you drift off peacefully. The third pillar is the art of managing caffeine and water, two elements that are most often abused or forgotten. Coffee, strong tea, or energy drinks have long been inseparable companions for night workers. They provide instant alertness by blocking the drowsiness receptors in the brain. However, medicine has proven that caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours. This means that after all that time, half of the caffeine you drank is still circulating in your blood and stimulating your nervous system. Therefore, the golden rule that every night shift worker must memorize is the 6-hour rule. You are only allowed to use caffeine at the very beginning of your shift to trigger focus, and you must completely stop all stimulants at least 6 hours before your planned bedtime. If you plan to go to bed at 8 in the morning, then from 2 in the morning onward, you must absolutely not touch a single drop of coffee or tea, no matter how sleepy you feel. Instead of turning to caffeine at the end of your shift, turn to water. Working in an air-conditioned environment at night combined with staying up late causes your body to lose water very quickly through respiration and your skin without you ever feeling clearly thirsty. Chronic dehydration is the leading cause of chronic headaches, sluggishness, and a feeling of exhaustion the next day. Always keep a thermos of warm water right at your desk. Actively take small, continuous sips throughout your shift, ensuring your body gets at least 2 to 2.5 liters of water every day. Remember, water is the solvent that helps flush out the toxins accumulated during a hard night of work. We continue with the fourth pillar, physical movement and micronutrient supplementation to restore your lost biological rhythm. The life of a night shift worker can easily shrink into an exhausting, bleak loop. Go to work, go home, close the door to sleep, and wake up to go to work again. This lack of exercise combined with a lack of exposure to daytime sunlight causes your musculoskeletal system to degenerate rapidly, your muscles to waste away, and your mental state to easily slip into depression. To break this dangerous loop, you need to scientifically build exercise into your schedule. Never do high-intensity exercise right after finishing your shift in the morning. Heavy workouts stimulate a fast heart rate, raise blood pressure, and spike cortisol levels, which will directly kill your daytime makeup sleep. The golden time to train is after you have woken up in the late afternoon, right before stepping into a new night shift. Just dedicate 30 minutes to a brisk walk, cycling, swimming, or light aerobics. Exercising at this time is like hitting a reset button. It warms up your muscles, increases blood circulation to the brain, and helps you walk into your new shift with a refreshed mind and an energized body. Additionally, because your life is tied to the darkness and daytime sleeping almost all night, shift workers suffer from a severe deficiency of vitamin D3 due to lack of sunlight exposure. A vitamin D3 deficiency not only causes osteoporosis and muscle weakness, but it is also a direct cause of a weakened immune system, making you vulnerable to infections and mood disorders. Therefore, you should proactively see a doctor to get advice on regular vitamin D3 supplementation. Finally, the fifth pillar, a deeply human aspect that is often ignored: psychological management and seeking support from your family. Humans are highly social creatures. Working when others sleep and sleeping when others work can easily make you feel isolated and lonely inside your very own home. This mismatch in lifestyle with your loved ones and friends will over time pile up into invisible psychological pressure, leading to anxiety and depression. To stop the darkness from swallowing your mental health, you must be the one to proactively connect. Sit down with your family and loved ones, openly share your work schedule, and create a clear timetable together. Let them know which golden hours you need absolute silence to recover your physical body. The understanding, respect, and protection from your loved ones is the most powerful sedative and the strongest anchor, ensuring you do not feel left behind in life. Besides, a smart night shift worker is someone who proactively manages health risks rather than waiting for a disease to show up before treating it. Take your routine health checkups seriously every 6 months at a reputable medical facility. When you see your doctor, proactively inform them that you work the night shift and request a thorough check on core indicators, including fasting blood sugar, a full lipid panel, blood pressure monitoring, and a gastric endoscopy. If you frequently experience bloating, heartburn, or burning pain in the upper stomach, my friends, working at night is clearly a brutal challenge for the body, but it absolutely does not mean we have to helplessly accept a decline in our health or trade away our longevity for money. The human body is a biological machine with an incredibly miraculous capacity to adapt as long as you provide it with a scientific, disciplined, and serious care routine. Always remember and apply today's 5 pillars. Control light for deep sleep. Eat smartly to protect your stomach. Manage caffeine scientifically to preserve your nervous system. Exercise to make up for lost movement, and proactively listen to and share your psychological state. Remember that investing in your health starting today is not an option. It is the only way for you to maintain peak performance, protect your future, and go further on your career path. Earn your money at night, but protect your body with daytime thinking. Wishing you all safe alert shifts and a life full of vitality. Thank you for listening to my message.